So, I'm in a little different mood. After all this talk, sometimes we have to go back to the basics. This is like a little bit of music. Just a nice little something. So I hope you guys like that. Uh, after all, I've been talking in front of all these instruments, so tonight I decided I might as well play one. This has kind of become my favorite, because I can just kind of pick it up, tune it up real fast, and it's kind of there for inspiration, and it's easy to play too. But this was one that was written long ago. Hey, Mr. Painter Man, paint me a scene, make it a collage of my life. Paint it with happiness, paint it with love, paint it with beauty in mind. But leave out the parts where I cry, and leave out the parts where I sigh, and leave out the part where I can't get it together, leave out the part where I die. Hey, Mr. Painter Man, don't take so long. I don't think I have too much time. I've got to get back to a place I once knew, a place so far back in my mind. It's a place where I live for today. It's a place where my tears go away. It's a place where I finally can get it together, a place where I know I can stay, where I can stay, where I can stay. Ooh. my knees, to follow my mind and give from my heart. My happiness is guaranteed, and now I can live in peace with love and perfect harmony. And now my life is finally together. Now I know where I shall stay. I'm here today. Here's where I'll stay. Ooh. Painter Man. Ah, yes. Oh. Still got to do a little bit more, you know. Let me think for a moment. Sometimes, you know, songs come by mood, by the style and the mood of what you feel for the moment, whether it be jazzy or lighter, bluesy or folkish, you know, and that sort of thing. But oh yeah, another one comes to mind. Yeah, there's another song that came to me. You know, I like it when these songs, you know, during the course of my life, these songs just all of a sudden were there. Right at my fingertips, the words were there. They just come together. So I always like to go back and remember them. These are the songs that I've kind of written, you know, like when I had a guitar, might have had a job. One time, actually, I did have a job the time that I wrote this song, but I was feeling really kind of, you know, I was in a funk, you know. You know, sometimes in life you're just in a funk. You don't even know why you're there, how you got there. It's all messed up. You want it to feel better, you know. But it's like, so you know, I was actually working for this contractor, this electrical contractor, and I had this work truck, and I was going to go pick up one of my coworkers, and because he didn't have no transportation, so we were, you know, cheap labor. What the hell? We were doing something. But when I went to pick him up, he had this old Sears Silvertone guitar sitting there when I came to pick him up. And I looked down. When I walked in, you know, it's like, oh, man, a guitar. I said, let me see that. And when I picked up his guitar, this song just popped in my head. So it was pretty cool. Ain't got no money and no place to go. Sometimes I wonder how I get this low. I guess I make it with some help from my friends. But for today I'm going to make some amends. I'm gonna get me a bottle of my favorite wine. I'm gonna sit here and pass some time. And I'm gonna think about all the times I've been better off. Didn't have to worry about who's ripping me off. Ain't got no problems, and that is the money would solve. But for today, I'm going to have to resolve. I'm gonna stay out of trouble, keep my head on straight. Don't try to rush things, just be patient and wait. And I'm gonna ride on easy. Ride on easy. Ride on easy. Ride on easy. Found me a job today, it feels so good to get the chance to get on top if I could. And I guess I make it with some help from my friends. But for today I'm going to make some amends. I'm gonna get me a bottle of my favorite wine. I'm gonna sit here and pass some time. And I'm gonna ride on easy. Ride on easy. Ride on easy. Ride on easy. Ride on easy, gonna have a good time. Ride on easy, gonna free my mind. Ride on easy, gonna do it today. Ride on easy, gonna have my way. have a good time. Right on easy, gonna speak my mind. Right on easy, gonna do it today. Right on easy, gonna have my way. Right on easy. Right on easy. Ooh, sorry about that. Yeah, I wrote that a long time ago. Sang that a long time ago, you know. So it's been a while. So I'm kind of pushing it for right now because I just wanted to get some of my playing on you know, recorded, you know, actually. So, you know, I wanted to take a quick moment because it's nice, you know, it's late at night, you know, it's like, you know, almost 12 and you know, hopefully the neighbors don't hear me doing too much, but, you know, hopefully I can keep changing the mood. And I like to, you know, feel these songs because these songs been with me. They were songs that were written throughout my life at times when things were just kind of like, you know, really, they were actually quite emotional. And the songs, like I say, just, you know, pop into my head. And that's cool. I've liked that. So I want to keep them going and share them with you here as I think of them one at a time. But now, this song came about because many years ago I studied Buddhism and Hinduism. I read a lot of, I spent a lot of time reading on all religions actually, but you know, the Buddhism and the Hinduism actually was kind of fascinating for me. And so the book Concentration and Meditation is about Buddhism and Hinduism and those types of religion, but it had a lot of very nice poetic sayings. And so this is an old, I think a Hindu or Arab proverb. Probably it's African, you know, because everything comes from there anyway. They might have just said, "Oh, I heard some Africans say it," and then they said, "Okay, now we started it." But anyway, cool proverb called I think it's called "He Who Knows," you know. And one day I had some music, some other music just popped into my head, and all of a sudden I just kind of put these words to it and formulated them and made a nice little thing. So hopefully I can get to this without without scratching, you know. We'll see. He who knows not and knows not that he knows not, he is a fool. Take the time to make sure that you never do. Get close to him, stand clear, and you'll never have to fear. He who knows not and knows that he knows not, he is a simple man. Take the time to teach him a thing or two. From you, true love will always shine through. La 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 He who knows and knows not that he knows, he is a sleeping man. Take the time to shake him a time or two. Will do. True love will always shine through. He who knows and knows that he knows, he is a wise man. Take the time to listen to his words. Sound clear. True love will always shine clear. La 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 Oh, but before I go, one cover tune. You can dance every dance with the guy who gives you the eye. Let him hold you tight. You can smile every smile for the man who held your hand beneath the pale moonlight. But don't forget who's taking you home, and in whose arms you're gonna be. So, darling, say the last dance for me. Ooh, oh, I know that the music is fine, like sparkling wine. Go and have your fun, laugh and sing while we're apart. Don't give your heart to anyone, but don't forget who's taking you home, and in whose arms you're gonna be. So, darling, say the last dance for me. Ooh, baby, don't you know I love you so? Can't you feel it when we touch? I will never ever let you go. I love you oh so much. Go and sing, go and carry on till the night is gone and it's time to go. If he asks if you're all alone, can he take you home? You must tell him no. But don't forget who's taking you home, and in whose arms you're gonna be. So, darling, say the last dance for me. Ooh, say your last dance for me. Ooh, say the last dance for me. Ah, here we go. Okay, think we got it. So anyway, felt like playing, and I wanted to share some music, and I'm not all just talk. You know, really, I like to try to do something, and so I've been playing guitar for many, many years. My goodness, I started, I think, at 13. Yeah, 13. I'm gonna try to do one more, because back when I was just coming out of high school, um, I had an Indian friend, and his dad gave him this old '67 Ford Fairlane. It was kind of worn, but you know what? It got around. So he had his car, and we had finished working jobs for the summer, and he came by one day. I'd been going through school with this guy, like through, I don't want to say elementary. It wasn't elementary. It was middle school. Yeah, starting in middle school. I met him in middle school when we first came up to Tacoma. And Indian guy. I think he's from, Alaskan Eskimo type, But anyway, I don't know. He was a good friend. He was one of the best friends I had because hey, he had a car, so we could go places. Like, hey, cool. So anyway, one day he came to my house after we had finished our summer job, so we didn't have any more income, and he had a push mower in the trunk and a rake. He said, "Hey, you want to go make some money?" I said, "Yeah, why not? I mean, just sitting here." So I hopped into, his dad gave him some gas money too, so we got in the car, headed straight over to where all the white folks live, with money. And he pulled up to a house. Well, we went through a few houses and we started mowing lawns, and we never used the push mower to rake because they already had lawnmowers. We just, hey, you want your lawn mowed, or we'll mow the lawn, what the heck, and we made money that way. But on this particular day, we came across a house, and I don't even remember if we ever mowed his lawn. I think we might have mowed his lawn with the push mower. I don't know. I can't even remember, but I remember this house because there was this guy by the name of Rabbi Ben David. He was a black Jew. Obviously, he had the little, thing on his head. Very, very nice man. I remember the rabbi to this day because the rabbi was a music teacher. And I was trying to learn how to play guitar at the time. And he taught piano, taught, like clarinet, taught violin, he taught guitar. Wow, I was like, that is cool. So basically, long story short, I ended up going to his house when I wasn't mowing anything, just to learn some guitar. So he gave me this songbook, and so I was going to start the basics. This is classical guitar, mind you. This would be the beginnings of learning classical guitar. So anyway, he gave me this book, and there was a song in the book called "Lightly, Lightly Roll." I think if you know of classical, I'm sure you've heard it. It was pretty common. And I learned this song. And sometimes you remember things through muscle memory, and not necessarily everything, but once you learn it really good, you go note for note, bam, 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 and you put it together, and you have this thing. So anyway, I'm gonna see if I can play this because it's really cool if I can get all the way through, and I can remember all the moves. Okay, let me see. Actually, my fingers are hurting. I got this splits on my fingers, so I'm struggling through these things today, but I'm forcing myself anyway because sometimes there's too many excuses to not play when the nylon strings make it easy for me to continue, just playing. So anyway, let's see if I can do lightly, lightly roll. See, there we go. Try it again. Yep, see there? Can't do it. Anyway, I'm going to practice that, and then I'm going to play it again, because that's why I got this, so I can continue practicing these things. I got to get my hands back together and get back into it. Hopefully I can heal this stuff up, because, when my hands are not hurting, it actually works much better. So, anyway. We'll get it. We'll get it. Don't worry. Anyway, had to try. Okay? So anyway, there you go. Some really nice, sweet things. Through devotion, blessed are the children. Praise the teacher that brings true love to many. Your devotion opens all life treasures, yeah, and delivers my mission to bring a melody, ringing voices that sing sweet harmony. So here is a song to make your day brighter. Oh, one that will last you long through troubled days. Open your heart, feel the touch of devotion. Maybe this song will help uplift your day, make a better way. You need devotion. There you go, little devotion. Okay, gotta go. Be back later.